YouTube runners, what's going on? Second to last run before the half marathon, and I'm so indecisive. Last video you guys probably watched was the Neo Vista, saying that those are going to be the shoe for the half marathon, and they still very much might be. But I took out the Mount to Coast again, the Mount to Coast R1, because I really like this shoe. And when I first got this shoe and I did my long run in it, I did 14 miles in there. I had done 8-mile runs, 9-mile runs, 7-mile runs, 12. And I said this was going to be the shoe that I wear for the half marathon. So I want to try it again just to make sure. And there's a few reasons why I'm kind of leaning towards this one over most. Is when I was wearing a Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3 the week, it kind of squished my toes together, and that's what ultimately gave me some of that discomfort. So the last few days I was wearing my other pair of the R1s that I wear for like my casual work, and I like that wider toe box gave me room to like spread my toes out. So I do like the wider toe box. I like the dual lacing system. I like it that it has a split upper, because I like to have my forefoot to be a little bit looser, but my up top to be a little more snug for my ankle. So I do like the lacing system up here. Another reason is that foam is like, it's got the right amount of cushion, but it's light enough, and it has that responsiveness to kind of get me up and move paces. Like in my 14-mile run, I was pushing like the 8:45 minute per mile pace. So that's what we're gonna wear today, maybe for the last 2 runs. They're just 4 miles, and they're just easy kind of runs. So I'm not really pushing too much pace or anything like that. We're just kind of enjoying the weather. I'm so indecisive, and people are like, just pick a shoe, let's get it over with. That's the thing, is like I like running shoes, and I like trying so many different pairs, and because I tried so many different pairs, and I'm grateful that I get to, they're all mine, like I pay for all of them, but I'm grateful that I get to try them out. It's just so hard. But these Mount to Coast, like every time I decided like, all right, I'll go with this one, I kept looking, and the Mount to Coast was like, I was looking at those and I was like, out of this entire training block, my longest run was 14 miles. I was supposed to do 2 of those. I was ill for one of them, so I was only able to do 1, and I did it in this shoe. So this was the only shoe in my entire half marathon training block that actually has the distance of a half marathon in it. And I figured out for the next training block of the half marathon, I'm going to filter in and say, if this is the shoe I'm going to be wearing, this shoe I'm going to be training in for like those longish runs and efforts. But since I did the longest run and effort, and I did some speed workout in this shoe, like I feel like this is the shoe that's most prepared for that race, and I'm most prepared for it as well. So we're gonna rock it out today. 4 miles should be nothing for this shoe to handle. This weather kind of is the most closest that I'm gonna get to that race day. It's still a little windy. We got a little bit of sun. Even for race day, like my race day kit, like I don't know. I'm so indecisive when it comes to racing. It's just because like when I'm training in a whole bunch of different things, whether it's a different set of gloves, because the other gloves were just, they're still like the dirty pile, or whatever the case may be, like a different winter hat, like I'm just a different pair of socks. Like, so I like my Tracksmith socks, so I know I'm wearing those for the half, so I have those on today. I know I'm wearing my Tracksmith, whether they're going to be the tights or the half tights. I know I'm sticking with Tracksmith. They're all the same material, just one's longer than the other, so I'm not too concerned over that. Today I'm running in the half tights. So yeah, so we're trying to narrow it down, filter it in. But this has been like a drama series of what shoes to wear. But I think I'm funneling it in. Like even yesterday when I went home and I was like set on the Neo Vista, the Mount to Coast, I looked at those and I was like, yeah, but you guys do have the miles, and you have, my foot has been in this shoe the longest in this training block. So, all right, let's get out there. Nevertheless, we got 4 miles. I'm running this one on completely fasted, so it's gonna be an easy effort. So let's go. Tomorrow is bib pickup, so I'm super excited. Gotta go get my race number, and gonna try to prepare the mind. Gotta get the mind in it. All right, I'm gonna do my warm up, get out there, catch y'all out there. Peace. Oh, by the way, before I leave, I just want to say thank you for all the support. Subscriber count has went up. The likes in the videos, the views in the videos have gone up. This means a lot to me, y'all. I like getting your guys' comments on like what you guys wear for racing, like shoes wise, and your strategies and all that. So it really means a lot to me. I want to just build that community, and I think we're off to a really good start. So thank you for all the support. Catch y'all out there. Peace out. What's up, runners? Quick and easy 4-mile run, average pace of like 9:10, I think it was. Had a 8:45 split in there, and then after that I just chilled the rest of the way. Yes sir, this shoe, Coast R1R, definitely, I think this is it. I think I hit the bullseye. I gotta be honest with y'all about this shoe. I know it's flooded all over social media, and a lot of influencers got it for free. I did not get it for free. I actually have 2 pairs, and I have a pair of the S1s. I'm not a big fan of the S1. It's a little bit heavier, so I like the R1, and for the extra $10, I will just buy the R1. I have one that I wear like casual use when I'm out there just doing some regular shopping, working, and then I have my running pair because I just didn't want to. I just really want 2 pairs. I like the way the shoe looks. I like the way it looks when it gets really, really beat up. Like the more and more beat up it's getting, the more and more I'm liking this shoe. The upper is fabulous, the dual lacing system. So, needless to say, like, I know this is getting flooded all over social media. I think I just hit about 60-ish miles, or like just around 60-ish miles. So I'm gonna give a full review of this shoe real soon. But I think this is the shoe, hit the nail on the head, that I'm going to be wearing for the half marathon this weekend. Decision finalized. It's light, it's bouncy, it doesn't have a plate, so yes, my foot has to work a little bit more, but the more I'm breaking the foam in, and I'm breaking in that PIBA foam, this is a full supercritical PIBA, the more I'm breaking it in, the more bouncier it's getting, the more response I'm getting. It was never at all a firm shoe. It was like a medium shoe. Now it's turning into a bit more softer of a shoe, and it's really coming into its own. But really, it's that wider toe box for me after last weekend's run and the little issues that I had with the Puma Deviate Nitro with that narrow toe box. Having a wider toe box I think is going to be great for me going into this race. So winner. I know you guys probably rolling your eyes like, dude, but yeah, winner. I think this is the one. It was a nice, easy 4 miles, not out of breath, really good, body feels great. So this goes to show you that the taper is super duper important, because if you would have asked me like 2 weeks ago, how are you feeling about this half marathon and so on and so forth, I would have no energy. I didn't really have no excitement. I think I was just trying to get there, trying to get to that taper, because I really wanted this taper. Now that I have the taper and the mileage has come down and the intensity has gone down, and I'm not really worried about, I did my 2 last, hard workouts. Now I'm just kind of enjoying the mileage. And although this really wasn't a recovery run, it was like a it was like, if we were on a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably like a 4 or 5 on the scale of 1 to 10. But I'm the taper is so important, y'all. I actually look forward to it. It's easier for a half marathon because my taper is usually like a week, where it's a full marathon, my taper is usually like 2 weeks, and that can get kind of like, feel like you're losing fitness and all that, but you're not. You're actually making yourself better. Sometimes like a little bit of break, like I love running, right? Running is everything to me, but a little bit of a break is exactly what I need to kind of fall back in love with it again. And honestly, the shins, the knees, the calves, the toes, the back, everything feels great when it's a little bit rested. I've been stretching every day, so my body feels loose. Like even coming after this run and just doing a quick like 5-minute stretch, like I wasn't as like stiff as I usually am. So respect the taper. You gotta love the process. Trust the process. Look, I know everyone wants to go out there and run a sub 2-hour marathon just like Kipchoge, but thing is, it takes time to do that, and you have to respect the process and trust the process. Trust your body, trust your training, trust your mind. It's gonna get you there, you know. It's just gonna take a long time. Like my first marathon, I did not hit the time goal that I wanted. For the first few months, I was embarrassed of the time goal that I got, but then I realized, hey, you know what, like I'm gonna work my way up and I'm gonna progress, and there's gonna be some days where I do have a little bit of a, like, let's say I run a PR. Anything now could be a PR, but let's say I run a PR my next marathon, the marathon after that I miss my PR by 40 seconds. It doesn't matter. Like the progress is still there, the growth is still there, and this is the thing about why I love the sport, is you're out there to go against you, and if your goal is just to finish a marathon and you don't care about the time, then shout out to you, because that's also important too, is finishing that race. You could drop out, but you're not going to. So all this to say, trust the process. The taper, the nutrition, the early mornings, the long hours, the long runs, the hard track workouts, trust the process. It's gonna pay off. I look back at when I started my running journey, 9-minute miles was like me out of breath. Now I'm sitting here talking like normal after a 4-mile, 9-minute per mile run. You know what I mean? Like, so just trust the process, y'all. It'll pay off. Hard work pays off. It just takes a long time. And you know what? Lately, I've been just saying, yes, I have a PR set in my mind for the half marathon, but the ultimate PR, the ultimate personal record, personal best, is enjoying the moment, right? Is enjoying that. I missed out on my first enjoyment of my first ever 5K because I was so focused on getting a good time. For what? I don't know. That was what I was focused on. And then the next 3 hours after the race, I was out of breath. I was gassed. I didn't know what to do. My first marathon, I enjoyed the moment. I ran with my phone. I recorded footage. I stopped and high-fived people. Like, I enjoyed the moment. And this half marathon too, whether I hit the PR or not, there's going to be other races that I can do that in. Whether I hit the PR or not, my goal is just to have a hell of a time. And that's what I'm going to do. Trust the process, y'all. Enjoy the taper if you're tapering for any sort of races. And that's it, y'all. This whole rant really wasn't even about what I'm wearing for the half. It's about trusting the process and enjoying the training. All right, y'all. Till the next video. Peace out.